Good day, everyone. My name is Scot Mendenhall. I hope you're doing fabulous today. We are hitting the wet streets of Minnesota to test out the capabilities of the brand new tire from Float Life. It's the Burris XFL Trail Pro. It is a Burris 6 collab with Float Life, so it's a very different tire than just a Burris 6. The sidewalls are a little bit sturdier. The center composite of the tire is very soft, so it makes rides on pavement very enjoyable, and it also has the bite of the tread in the trail. I even forgot that I was riding a treaded tire on the streets here. Just one, it's super quiet. I can't say that enough. Two, it doesn't throw the rocks up into your fender. I don't know if you've ever been on the street and just hear that clanking, right? We're on fairly loose, gravelly street here, and you just don't hear that clanking, which makes a ride early in the morning. We're talking about 7 a.m. here, and it's just so nice to cruise around in the streets, and it also bites the street, the wet pavement, so well. There was no lack of confidence to carve around, as I love wet pavement for cinematic purposes, as you get just the shadow and a little bit of the light flickering down there. To me, that's just really great cinematic footage of this, if I can just point that out to you guys. But this wheel is just a very joy to have on here and to ride. If you're looking for a treaded tire, this is probably one that you need to pick up. I don't know if it's available yet to purchase at Float Life's website, which is floatsupply.com, I believe it is. I don't know if it's available yet. We got it to just get out and test it before it was released, and it is such a fun tire to ride on. And early in the morning today, I'm headed to a race with a bunch of friends that we'll be posting on Sunday at 10 a.m. We're meeting up to do a trail race, and so they told me to bring the pint, but I wasn't going to bring the pint on trail race day. I'm bringing the XR with the treaded tire. And if you just saw my gloves there, it is a little chilly in the morning, as it is the tundra of Minnesota, and we go from 70-degree days to 30-degree days. I think it's 40 degrees at this point of filming this video. And just a good shot there of the black carbon fiber fender. Looks so good. Funny story, I was going to put on the nug that I have from Float Life. They sent me to put that on as well, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna ride today, I'll black this whole thing out, it'll be great. And then I realized it was for my pint, and so I was slightly embarrassed that I didn't even catch that by looking at it going, oh, that's a little foot pad. I'm slow, I'm real slow, so we will be putting the foot pad on the pint later and testing that and see what that feels like to have a nug on there. It's a nug high. I don't have any thing on the pint at the moment. I have the wooden foot pads from ONEWHEEL, which I really love the look of that, but it doesn't give the concave feeling of the Sure Stance foot pad I have on the XR here, as I just go up the median here and come down. Maybe you're new to riding and you watch people floating around and they're hitting cracks and they're not wobbling all over the place. If you notice my knees are slightly bent, if you can start riding with just a little bend in your knees will act a bit like the shock as well and allow you to absorb those and not make you wobble. So if you're wobbling when you go over things, don't ride so stiff. Loosen up your stance a little bit, and it'll allow you to absorb those cracks, and maybe just bend down a little bit, get a squat to it as you know you're hitting uneven pavement or driveways. A lot of times driveways go up from the street, and so that little lip, some new riders struggle with that lip. Just get light on the board as well. You can jump up a little bit. Those will help you fight those little cracks or the uneven surfaces on the street, as we're going to pull into where, one, the local bake shop is. Two, we are meeting up with the team. It's race day, so I rode in. We got the racers here. We're gonna race and then we'll continue going home. This is the guy that's trying to beat me today. Let's see what happens. That's a wrap on the video shoot. Our one wheels are much more dirty. Can't tell you who you won or who won. You'll have to watch that on Sunday at 10 a.m. on this channel. It'll be a premiere. It'll be awesome. So this is the crew that raced today. It was actually hilarious.
That was a good race. I liked the elements we added.
Yes.
Envelope, the $50. I hope you bring that back next week.
Yeah. Okay, find out who won the $50 on Sunday, 10 a.m. Let's get back to the floating. That video shoot was so much fun and super muddy. My one wheel is not as muddy. Lily's is okay, as you can see that she's redone it with the mint. But Kristen, who's back there, she has a very muddy, look at that note right there. You can tell she drove the nose of her one wheel into the ground and just, her shoes are muddy. I'm not sure why she showed up wearing white shoes to a trail ride, but that video premieres on this channel at 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday. It's gonna be so much fun. $50 is on the line. Someone is gonna go home with $50 because they won the race and the bragging rights that they beat everybody else's. Joey was in this and he's back there shooting another video. But back to the tire talk. As I've tried out many tires, even in today's race, riding in sloppy, root-infested places, this tire has a good bite to it. If you are a rider that loves trails and loves to ride on streets, I do think this is the tire you would choose or should choose. I rode the Flight Fins All-Terrain 2. We have that. That has a lot of bite, more bite than this, but when you get on the street, you hear the sound of a treaded tire. It feels heavy, it feels sluggish, whereas this doesn't. It responds very well. It is fun to carve on, and it's a joy to have on the pavement. So it's worth owning for all elements if you are as I call myself, a hybrid rider where you ride on both trails and pavement. If you're somewhere like you ride 90% on trails or 90% on streets, maybe you don't need a treaded tire. Stick to a slick, and if you want to try something other than the Vega, which the Vega is such a great tire, One Wheel did right with that tire. If there's one you want to try, the Flight Fins Whisper 2, which just dropped, such a great tire for a slick. Wow, I was blown away with that. I felt like I did have more speed. I felt like I had a lot more responsive for my one wheel. But would that have handled terrain of today? I don't think it would have. I think there would have been slipping. Come back, watch the race. You'll see what kind of terrain, and we were going up and downhill. You'll see what I mean if you watch the race on Sunday. As it was so much fun. And thank you for everybody that is watching our videos. I just always want to say thank you, because if you didn't watch, it would still be fun to shoot and have documentations of our rides, but not nearly as fun it is to have you guys watching and respond. And thank you for those that watched yesterday's Fails and Bails. It's a new series we're going to do here, and we're asking for people to send in video footage of their falls or their bails, and we're going to play them. We would love to get enough to do this once a week where we just do fails and bails. And so I'll put on the screen right here the web or email that you can send your links to, and we will play. Or if you have a link to a YouTube clip that you did it, and we'd love to have your footage and just react to it. And if you haven't seen that video, we'll link it at the end of this video of the epic fails and bails, and it's so fun to just put together. That said, this is a bit short for one of our float sessions. We thank you for watching. Thanks for all the subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, we put out weekly content almost 4 or 5 times a week, all about one wheels, and we involve friends and we involve extracurricular activities with our one wheels. We just love being able to tell those stories out there. And so subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you know when we upload. We tend to upload towards the evening just because it just works for us. And so I hope everyone is doing well and that you're staying safe. And as your cities and states are opening back up, that you stay safe out there, that you remember everyone's gone through something over the last month and a half in some version of fear they have faced, that you would keep facing the fear together, and that you wouldn't do it alone, and that you would look at other people with the thought of, man, that's a human and I want the best for them. And sometimes people might react in a way that makes us go, what just happened there? And really what it is that it's a reaction of fear. And may we just for a moment, maybe over the next few weeks, put ourselves in other people's shoes and go, okay, yeah, if I was in their spot, their situation, I would respond like that as well. And so before we sign off here, we're going to try to teach Kristen, as you didn't see the clip here, but she's in the background trying to stop, and she just bails in some kind of weird deal. So I'm like, Kristen, let's teach you how to get off your one wheel, because she's pretty new to it, as she's trying not to get her white shoes more muddy. As we circle around, she's going to hop on it, and then we teach her the deal. It's like, she's like, I struggle to stop. Well, we learned that she isn't coming to a complete stop. She's just lifting her heel, and then it doesn't work, so she jumps off. In order to stop your one wheel properly, you must stop it completely, then lift your heel, and then it falls down. That said, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We're excited to be able to be on this journey with you. Everyone be safe out there. And our hopes on this channel is to always be some kind of hope dealer, faith spreader, and love giver. If you're into those things, I think you're going to love this channel, and you'll find some inspiration around here. Leave a comment down below of how you're doing, your favorite place to ride, and what kind of rider are you? A hybrid rider? Do you like trails 50% of the time and street? Or would you say you're 80-20? Let's hear it down below. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video one.